Welcome to PAC Sensational Communities Vlog 3. I want to thank everybody first and foremost for being patient as PAC transitions from being a physical community center and a physical space to our online operations working remotely. I'm in my bedroom filming this video, and I hope you guys bear with me for some of the production ailments. So, unsurprisingly, as usual, I am here to talk about the census, but a little differently this time. I want to speak more candidly than in past vlogs, and I wanted to briefly touch upon the importance of the census during this pandemic and during what we're going through right now as a nation. And I want to start by saying that I acknowledge that things are really tough right now. I think at this point, everybody's personally affected. Things are scary, uncertain, overwhelming. I've been very anxious myself. I understand. Things are really... I've never experienced anything like this in my life, so it's very alarming. I don't know how to... I'm speechless when it comes to how to define what we're going through. That being said, a lot of people have kind of written off the census, and they don't really think about filling it out or completing it, and I think that's really awful. We need to complete our census. If anything, this pandemic has shown us why we need to fill the census out. If anything, this pandemic has kind of outlined the weaknesses in our healthcare system, in our preparedness, and the census is a direct way to kind of mitigate that in the future. I was on a call today in which a U.S. Census Bureau representative spoke on the notion of federal funding, because remember, the census determines where billions of dollars of federal funding are allocated. And he said that, when you turn on the TV and you see all these governors talking about how they need more beds and they need more ventilators, we could have had that, because if we had an accurate count 10 years ago during the census, we might have been prepared for something like this, because funding would have made the difference, and funding would have been able to purchase those extra beds and those extra ventilators and the PPE, so nurses and doctors and EMTs and medics on the front lines combating this awful thing are not stuck without PPE and risking their lives. So fill out your census. Yeah, it's really important, and I know it feels like there are a million things to do right now that are more important, and there are a lot of really important things to do right now. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, take care of your family, but the census is one of those things that should be on that list of priorities at this point in time. There are 3 ways that you can respond from the comfort of your own home. So for those people who tell me, I'm being responsible, I'm social isolating, I'm social distancing, but I want to help somehow. I want to help these healthcare providers. I want to help hospitals. I want to help. I want to make a difference. You can fill out the census from home in 10 to 15 minutes in 3 ways. There's 3 different ways. So for people who are good with computers, you can log on to 2020census.gov and you can fill out your online form. It takes 10 to 15 minutes, like I said, probably 10 times already in this video. And there is an option to fill it out in Arabic. So for those of you who are non-English speakers, please feel free to fill it out in Arabic. Number 2, you can actually call the census number, and you can complete your census over the phone with the U.S. Census Bureau representative on the other end. And again, Arabic is an option that is given over the phone. And then, of course, there are the paper forms that if you've received a paper form in the mail, feel free to fill it back out and send it in via regular post office, but that is only available in English and Spanish, so no Arabic. But still, easy ways. Remember, it's safe, it's easy, and it's important. Really easy to submit your census information in those 3 ways. And yeah, I think it's really important. Just going back on funding, before we end this video, I just want to really talk about the census funding in general. And like we said, it can make the difference because it can get you supplies, but it also can determine where health clinics and hospitals open up. So when people go and they want to build a hospital in a new area, they look at census data. They say, oh, there's a population here, that this hospital will serve this population. If you don't reply to your census, and there's only one hospital in the area, that's where you're going to see overcrowding and lack of resources. So reply to your census, respond to your census so you can get the things that you need for your communities. This is really directly influencing your lives every day, your safety. Medicare, Medicaid, these are things that are like lifelines right now for people who are getting sick. If you don't have insurance, this is an issue, right? Medicare and Medicaid are funded by census budget, like census funding. So fill out your census so more money goes to your communities. Please. I can't stress this enough. So fill out your census, guys. I really hope that everyone is staying safe. And I sincerely, sincerely, sincerely extend thank yous to our community members and anybody really who's on the front lines fighting this. You know, our EMTs, our medics, nurses, doctors. We see you. Our test center volunteers. We see you guys. Thank you so much. I hope that we can help you in any way possible, which includes filling out the census. Stay safe, everybody. Take care of each other. If you have any questions about the census, feel free to email me or to text the census hotline. All that information is available on the PAC website. Stay safe, guys. Bye.